Hello, I am Bookface, and today we're talking about an oddly confusing kind of cryptid, that being reptilian humanoids, which I thought would be a very easy thing to study, but was surprisingly more complicated and a bit more confusing. You see, the main issue here, the issue that you have when researching just about any cryptid, which is that a lot of sources can't seem to find the difference between cryptids, mythological creatures, and occasionally aliens. Especially for this one, since reptilian aliens are one of the most common. So, in short, I had to rewrite this script like 3 times because a lot of the cryptids weren't really cryptids. This ain't about mythological snake men. This is about lizard men. This ain't about aliens. This is about cryptids. So, with all that out of the way, let's jump right in. Woo! First up, we have the Bishopville Lizard Man, also called the Lizard Man of Scape Ore Swamp, or the Lizard Man of Lee County, which is a creature sighted from the late 1980s in South Carolina. One sighting included the Lizard Man leaping onto the roof of someone's car while it was broken down before they were able to quickly drive away. Very quickly, I'm sure. The creature is humanoid in shape, about 7 feet tall, covered in green scales, with a long tail, red eyes, and feet with 3 clawed toes and hands with 3 clawed fingers. Also, the Lizard Man is notably not considered to be a very reliable cryptid, and I'd say that's just excessive skepticism because that's how I typically feel towards these things. Then I remember this picture, and I kinda get it. Next up we have the Thetis lake monster, also called the Canadian Lizard Man. This creature was originally sighted in 1972 by 2 boys on Vancouver Island in Canada, and again a few days later by 2 other people. It was roughly 1.5 meters tall, resembled a humanoid lizard with a large head covered with spikes and silvery scales. Some initially tried to explain these sightings to simply be an escaped lizard called a tegu lizard, but I personally doubt this explanation since they only get 4 feet long, and they shockingly do not walk on 2 legs like a person. Unfortunately though, one of these sightings was an admitted hoax, but it is unconfirmed whether they both were. Despite most people believing the Thetis lake monster is a hoax, many locals do still believe in it. I don't know. It sounds cool, but the story itself sounds pretty fishy. Last up we have the Riverside Monster, also called the Riverside Bridge Monster, and the Brain Tickler of Riverside. Now that's how you name a cryptid. It was sighted on November 8th in 1958. The person who sighted it was driving down a road when he saw that the river was overflowing into the road and his radio started to have some static, which made him stop. The Riverside Monster then jumped out of the underbrush. It was described as having a round scarecrow-like head. Yes, that's an odd description. With incredibly long arms, reflective eyes, no ears, and a protruding mouth, with legs sticking out sideways and scaly skin. After landing in front of the witness's car, he reached forward with his long arms to the windshield and screamed. He very aggressively wants a hug. At this point, the witness pulled out a gun, because America, but he decided that shooting the windshield, keeping the monster out, or opening the door to shoot it was not a good idea. So he did a very smart thing and turned out his car and drove over it. And all that was heard was an impact, scratching, and screaming. Don't worry, just a very, very spooky speed bump. Later, when he reported the sighting to the police, they saw scratches on the hood of his car, which helped the reliability of the story somewhat. I don't think the name Brain Tickler of Riverside helps it that much, but you know, it's cool. And there you have 3 humanoid lizard cryptids. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye!